Once upon a time, there was a rocky planet which is non existent now. It was existent only 4.5 billion years ago and might have some things to do with the Earth. Yup, that's right. It was related with both the Earth and the Moon. Oh, hey guys, welcome back to Space Boy channel after a long time. Yes, there was one planet which is not existent now. Well, then what is it? When was it existent? And what does it have to do with the Earth? Well, I'll give you 3 seconds to guess this planet. Yup! If you have guessed it as Theia, you are correct. Look at that! That's the moon! And there are various other stars in the sky. I bet you can see this, but not all the stars are visible in the sky. This one is especially visible because it is the brightest planet in the night sky, Venus. See, out of all these stars in the night sky, some of them are stars and some of them are planets. Now, one interesting thing that you might notice about the night sky is that not all the planets have moons. Only the gas giants have spherical moons. The rocky planets like Mars have moons, but they're not spherical. They are tiny. The only rocky planet to have a moon which is spherical is the Earth. Let's overview all the planets with spherical moons. There are 18 spherical moons in the solar system. The Earth has our moon. Jupiter has Ganymede, Europa, Callisto, and Io. Saturn has Titan, Rhea, Iapetus, Dione, Tethys, Enceladus, and Mimas. Uranus has Titania, Oberon, Ariel, Miranda, and Umbriel, and Neptune has Triton. Out of all of this, the only rocky planet is the Earth. In the episode How Are Moons Formed, I've told you that moons are either formed by 3 ways: co-formation or accretion, capture, and collision. The Earth must have not got a moon by capture because the only real belt close to the Earth is the asteroid belt, and there is not a single spherical object in it except for Ceres. The next possible hypothesis is the accretion theory, but this is also not possible because of the moon's low iron content. The Earth has a large iron core, but the moon does not. If the moon had formed by accretion near Earth, it should have a similar iron-rich core. Instead, the moon's composition is more like the Earth's mantle, suggested that it formed from material ejected after a massive impact. Now, this massive impact leads to the other theory, collision, and that's where the planet Theia steps in. Hey you! Yes, you! Do you love the science, space, and other facts that I explain in this channel? Then you're in the right place. Every week we bring you the most mind-blowing, fun, and educational content you'll ever see. So don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Join our amazing community today. Trust us, You won't regret it. And for the first load, we're uploading on March 23rd. It'll be the most dramatic video on our channel. It will be worthy of our channel. It'll be known as Mysteries of Planet X. Theia is a hypothesized ancient planet in the early solar system which, according to the Great Impact hypothesis, collided with the early Earth around 4.5 billion years ago, with some of the resulting ejected debris coalescing to form the Moon. Collision simulations support the idea that the large, low-shear velocity provinces in the lower mantle may be remnants of Theia. Theia is hypothesized to have been about the size of Mars and may have formed in the outer solar system and provided much of Earth's water, though this is debated. In Greek mythology, Theia was one of the Titans, the sister of Hyperion, whom she later married, and the mother of Selene, the goddess of the moon. This theory parallels the planet Theia's theorized role in creating the moon. Theia is hypothesized to have orbited in the L4 or L5 configuration presented by the Earth-Sun system, where it would tend to remain. If this were the case, it might have grown to a size comparable to Mars, with a diameter of 6,102 kilometers or 3,792 miles. The gravitational disturbances by Venus could have put it on a collision course with the early Earth. Theia is often suggested to be around the size of Mars, with a mass of about 10% that of current Earth. However, its size is not definitely settled, with some authors suggesting that Theia might have been considerably larger, perhaps 30% or even 40 to 45% the mass of the current Earth, making it nearly equal to the mass of proto-Earth. According to the giant impact hypothesis, Theia orbited the Sun nearly along the orbit of proto-Earth by staying close to one or the other of the Sun-Earth system's two or more stable Lagrangian points, that is, either L4 or L5. Theia was eventually disturbed away from that relationship, most likely by the gravitational influence of Jupiter or Venus. Initially, the hypothesis supposed that Theia had struck Earth with a glancing blow and ejected many pieces of both the proto-Earth and Theia. Those pieces either forming one body that became the Moon or forming two moons that eventually merged to form the Moon. Such accounts assume that a head-on impact would have destroyed both planets, creating a short-lived second asteroid belt between the orbits of Venus and Mars. In contrast, evidence published in January 2016 suggests that the impact was indeed a head-on collision and Theia's remains are on the Earth and the Moon. Simulations suggest that Theia would be responsible for around 70 to 90% of the total mass of the Moon under a classic giant impact scenario where Theia is considerably smaller than proto-Earth. From the beginning of modern astronomy, there have been at least 4 hypotheses for the origin of the Moon. One of them is a single body split into the Earth and the Moon. The next is the Moon was captured by Earth's gravity, as most of the outer planets' smaller moons were captured. The third is the Earth and the Moon formed at the same time when the protoplanetary disk accreted. And the fourth one is the Theia impact scenario described above. The lunar rock samples retrieved by Apollo astronauts were found to be very similar in composition to the Earth's crust and so were likely removed from Earth in some violent event. That was one of the theories for the suggestion that Theia crashed into the Earth, and I've explained this before in this episode. Hope you guys have learned something new from today's episode. Thank you and goodbye. And stay tuned for our next episodes and the release of the first lore on March 23rd, 2025.